Alright, welcome into another Stellar Blade video. I'm doing the final... so there's 3 story ends to this. To Stellar Blade. So I did the initial where I took Adam's hand and, we kind of set up on top. And then in my New Game Plus run, I did the Deny Adam, kick his butt, and then we go back up to Mother Sphere. This is the 3rd ending and kind of figuring out best way to do this is to basically you're going to speed run the game. I ran on a New Game Plus. This is what my loadout was. I beta trance recovery type. This is what I was using in hard mode. I sped run it New Game Plus normal mode because I wanted to go as fast as possible through everything. So I have melee protection gear, MK2, beta charge MK2, double protection gears. So this is what I was running in hard mode. The outfit is actually new, introduced in patch 1.004. This is the outfit that was one of the outfits that was introduced there. And if you look here, it's just straight. Like I said, I grabbed the simple puzzle and missing husband at one point because I was trying to get the outfit, and so I had to have some gold built up to actually purchase the stuff to get it. You get it from the info. You can get it from the info dealer. She's the one that has the outfit, so you have to purchase it off her, and then you have to unlock it. But like I said, this is a mandatory given to you, but I didn't do it. So you don't do anything. What it does story-wise is you skip Eidos 9. That part of the story does not exist in speedrun. Basically, if you notice in there's a little lily gauge up at the top right that fills as you do stuff. You don't want to fill it. You got to be 0, and that's why I said you just run straight through the story. I sped run it using normal mode because I just wanted to get to the ending. But like I said, as you can see, I've just got stuff sitting in here because you pick up your normal stuff, and I've been maxed out on everything for quite a while. So but you've got all the there's all the design patterns. If when you're running through this in your design patterns, the boxes that hold them will only give you Bitcoin, so it's not worth worrying about going through and grabbing those if you don't need them or not. My skills are completely maxed out. As you can see, my SP is sitting at 32, which is the max amount. I built that up during my New Game Plus run. Don't worry about you're not going to be grabbing any of this stuff. If you wanted to grab the fish to do your fish thing, I don't think that impacts. I don't know. So I really didn't fish a lot. I'm planning on doing it at a different point. So, but basically it's just to get the 3rd ending. You just speed run through the story itself. Like I said, I used New Game Plus because I didn't have to worry about picking things up. I really didn't. Bosses. Raven gave me a little bit of trouble, but Raven's a pain in the butt. Anyway. Black and the Unknown Natiba. That one gives you a little bit of
the end of my journey.
Trouble. They're the same. So you just want to do as minimal things as possible to get to this point. And then when you come up here to Adam,
I've been waiting.
and we can watch this.
It's like I thought.
This part stays the same between all of them. So you have the 2 options here. Don't take Adam's hand, take Adam's hand. You want to choose take Adam's hand as your option, which is I think, besides this and the punk outfits, the the ultimate, I don't know what to call her, like Eve on steroids, the Eve Natiba hybrid. I don't know what you want to call it, but that outfit.
No! You can't fall for this!
That
The purpose of our
outfit I really
existence
love.
is to eliminate the elder Natiba and save mankind. Natiba or Andro Ados. Is one more human than the other? If an entire species is wiped out so that another may remain, can we really call that salvation?
It's an interesting line.
But
If there is a way to save both species, I want to follow that path to the end.
I like this outfit except for those gloves. Those gloves kind of annoy me.
Yes. So do I.
Become one with me.
We're like mirrors to each other. Your choice may not bring about peace and stability right away, but our union will create the greatest chance for a peaceful future. Now.
Yes.
What this will do is kick off Providence fight. Like, if you've done the other two endings and you've gotten Providence fight, you basically this is what you're kicking off, is Providence, instead of the Atom fight. And we fuse into Eve the Ultimate. Her ultimate form. I love this form. Like, the claws is kind of weird. I don't know why they gave her talons. It's just kind of weird. In fact, they're high-heeled talons, not just like any talons. Well, they're not quite high heels. They're just like a bird-type talon. So if you were to step on just the balls of your feet without like having that support of the high heels.
Yes. Well, it's hard to describe, but
And like, I don't like this collar.
I am.
I love the outfit. I don't like this. This is kind of weird. I'm not a fan of that. But
that you would become someone I didn't know.
Lily.
and then soup goes haywire.
Sensing strong Natiba signals nearby. Switching to combat mode.
And this is your basically Providence mode at this point. I wish she like sliced like some of those missiles. That would have. Oh, there she does. I hadn't seen this one in a while, but I realized she didn't did that.
It's moving by itself.
No, because the colony built in a.
It must be because the elder disappeared.
No, it's because you became the. You became a giant. You became a massive Natiba. But basically, if you utilize your hard mode running through normal mode, one of the things you'll notice is just like bosses fall quickly, shields are dropped. Like it's so much better. Like most of my fights took a minute or two at the most. I was just, you're just dealing massive damage to your. to the enemies. That's all you're working on. Is how much damage can you deal to Providence? I'm hitting twice for this. As you can see, I am just dropping damage on. Massive damage. Because my setup was for beta skills to just kind of basically an beta overload. Still not good with those purples. Up I fell. Oh, come on, I dodged out of that. It's yellow, that's dodge. Stop trying to Kamehameha my butt. Wait, what? I had full health. Even on normal mode, he's like kicking my butt. Like I had more health than what should have been able to damage off. Movement from gun to block or dodge in and out of gun mode needs to be way more faster in this game. Like, they definitely needed to speed up certain things. Hopefully, in Stellar Blade 2, it gets better. Alright, so.
I can't control it, Eve!
Can't control.
If only I had Iberis's hacking code.
Oh. She doesn't have, because she doesn't have that code. Oh my. That definitely does change the story. I mean, she had that code from her hacker friend originally. She can't, like...
Lily!
You killed Lily! Now she's hanging out the butt.
You've been watching everything from the beginning.
Wait, mine wasn't in the previous? I wonder if it changes the fight in boss battle mode if you do it, if you bring it all along story-wise this way. To your fight against the Gundam. There's no other way to describe this damn thing. It's a Gundam. If you knew Lily was still in there, well, you thought, well, you think she's dead. But, like, why would you still do that much damage, though? I just incapacitate it and then hope that Lily's still alive. come here and hope that Lily's still alive like this. I definitely would not have. Well, yes, you're going psycho on the Gundam. Cut Lily in half.
Lily! Lily!
So, because you don't go to Eidos 9, you don't have that extra hacking code. And therefore,
It's done.
Lily's just
Go
stuck to
back.
her own conventions on
It's
stuff.
over. You know,
But, like,
I prefer the old Eve.
I like the new Eve, Lily. So, then the other question is, so you have 3 endings, 3 possible endings.
With Mother Sphere.
One where you fight Adam and you return to Mother Sphere.
Lily!
And then you have the 2 Providence fights, where the first one, Lily lives. This one, Lily dies. You can see like how they're part machine, part human. It's cool. So you have the 2 different endings. When it comes down to Stellar Blade 2, where do you pick up the story? Do you like? I hope they take it from this, but version 1, where Lily survives. But like I don't. Like, where would you? Because at that point you're definitely going psycho on Mother Sphere. I mean, if you take down Adam, you've definitely destroyed the Natibas. Unless there's another elder out there somewhere creating more havoc. But this one, like, because the 2 fused,
Starry night. Predicting the future is like reaching for the stars themselves.
because they're fused, the Natibas would still be around in this
Darkness
form.
everywhere, guided only by a distant light.
And I wish, like, Mother
What
Sphere
that
looked so
light
different.
may be, I wish I could tell you.
Instead of a psycho little kid.
Perhaps strange new beings will emerge and be hastened deeper into the unknown.
Like, if you took Kaya's,
That being said,
put her in the dress, this
I
dress,
will always serve the future.
and change the hair color, it's Kaya.
Even if the future does not align with what is expected.
They just changed colors on Kaya
Mother
to create
Sphere.
Mother Sphere.
Nice to meet you, Eve. Well done. You've more than met my expectations.
You expected me to merge with the,
Disappointing, yes.
oh. I expected you to merge with the Elder Natiba.
Still, I thank you.
Enough of this nonsense!
This now concludes the Eve Protocol.
You can't just spit out words and end things like this!
Yeah.
Then, farewell.
Wait!
I mean, it's holographic projection. Is basically what that is. And then we have her bringing in her fleet. And this is a really good point where I think you could start back with the next one. A second storyline is you'd kind of start here a little bit, but then, or just progress it
Your plan.
further. Like do like you start here with Solid Blade 2, like you start at this point. Well, Lily's still alive, where she's in the first one, where she's up on top of Zion. You kind of start here and you progress through that point, and then what you do is do like a 6-month
I'll
jump or
gladly
something
play
like
my
that.
part.
Or, hey, we've
I swear.
picked up a signal from somewhere, from another area, on the planet.
Ah, God.
You're their god now. Goddess of hotness. I love this outfit though, because these are just prototypes or other versions of the airborne squad. These don't even look like the airborne squad members that you come across earlier at the beginning. So like they do kind of look like the 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 fallen angels, where you get your beta and your beta cores, and you get your health cores from. They do kind of remind me of those characters, that the fallen angels on the side. But so I could see it be like, so you go back to where she's sitting on top of Zion, and you go up to that point, and then you have her talking to like Lily, and Lily being like, hey, we picked up a distress call, we picked up something, some sort of signal from somewhere else on Earth, and now you need to go explore, and you need to go figure out what it is and what's out there. So I think that would be the way to go down the path for the next game. And then so you're in a different part of the world, and but Mother Sphere has interfered somehow, and you've got to fight Mother Sphere in this case. And you're in straight up rebellion against Mother Sphere at that point. And I think that would be a very interesting direction to take it. It kind of plays off other things you see in other games. Like I wouldn't know the story other than the fact that now that you've rebelled against Mother Sphere, you're going to be fighting her and the other airborne squad members, various airborne squad members, where she keeps sending airborne. So you're in a new area and new part of the world, so you got a different map and stuff, but you're going to be fighting against you're going to fight against the other airborne squads. And I think that would be very interesting at that point, because your bosses would be airborne squad members at that point. And you have to find a way to, I don't know if it hack into Mother Sphere or deactivate Mother Sphere or whatnot. That'd be very interesting line to go down. Yes, now I only have 2 outfits left, which are these boss challenges. But if you do this correctly, you should get the new trophy, Casa Lost Memories, is what it is. So you have here Return to Colony, Casa Lost Memories, and Making New Memories. Those are your 3 different endings that you can get. Making New Memories is a standard one that you get. This is the one you get from rejecting Adam. This is the one you get for taking his hand. But you have to do Eidos 9 for both of these 2 to trigger. Cost. I don't know if you don't do Eidos 9 if Return to Colony triggers or not, because I didn't test it. But this one you get by refusing Adam, as far as I know. And then Casa Lost Memories is you speed run so that you don't go through Eidos 9. And so that you don't get Eidos 9 at all. And that will give you Casa Lost Memories, where we lose Lily. But this one, this would be the ending that I would say that you would want to build game off of. Build the next game off of. Return to Colony, there wasn't enough to build new game on. This one was definitely making new memories. Is definitely the one you want. But as you can see, I can't, except for my fishing. I didn't fish enough in the game um, to pick up all. That is the only one I have left. But see, the other thing is the fact that in order to get the Cost of Lost Memories, you you're not going to do Digger's story. You don't want to touch Kaya's story. You don't want to end Sue's story. You don't want to do any of these three because these three will build the Lily Gauge. Basically, is what it is. And if the Lily Gauge goes complete, then you have Eidos 9. Without the Lily Gauge, you don't have the Eidos 9 storyline. So that's where it kind of sits. But I'd like to thank everyone who came along for all my Stellar Blade. I have playlists with all my playthrough from the very beginning, from the demo to the very beginning of the story, all the way down to this. And I really enjoyed this game. I do have to say that Studio 9 did an amazing job with this game. The graphics were amazing. I think they kind of focused on the cosmetics of the outfits a little bit more than they should have. But you know what? I like some of the outfits. Like, they were pretty good outfits. Like I said, I don't have the last two because I don't have the boss challenge ones yet. So I don't have this one because I haven't killed off Adam in this one, and I haven't even tried this one, which is hard mode on Raven. So this one just looked like the magician one, putting green. Honestly, I looked at them, but so like if you're looking at my times here, 56, 21, 57, a couple minutes, minute and a half, 240. This was actually like about how quickly as I was clearing them when I was running through story mode, new game plus story mode on normal. And this is why I said this is why you want to use that method, because look at this, 2-3 minute attacks. This is the desert one. You really don't have to do him. I did it to turn on that solar. I did turn on both solars just so I had the stations there. But like I said, you didn't have to really fight them. These guys I didn't fight at all during that. The Corruptor duo, since that's Eidos 9, you don't fight them. Belial is like super easy. Karakuri, 4.5. I think I went a little bit faster on her, but the way it's designed is it does take a little bit of time. Demo crawler, so 4 minutes max time, I would say, on them, 3 to 4 minutes. The early on ones, really quick, like 20, 30 seconds. Like you're going through as quickly as possible. The objective is to go through story as quickly as possible, basically speed run. So that's why I say normal mode. And then Providence sucks either way. This is the only one I haven't completed because I don't like the alternate. I think there's stuff on this one that I didn't like. The fact that the gun shift mode, and I'd love to see them kind of improve upon some of the combat. That would be my biggest thing. I love the music. The music was amazing. I did like the combat. I did like the combat styles and how they kind of mixed it up between, you didn't have to use the gun, but you had the gun, and then you could shift between bullet types. Kind of, you'd have to know what you wanted bullet type wise in each situation. I would love a little bit more explanation on the bullets. Oh, this is a burst. This bullet does this type of thing. Does this type of damage. This bullet does this. This bullet is really good for this type of situation. That type of something like that would be really interesting with the bullets. Type of thing. But I did like the combat. The 3 different sword modes. So you had your beta, your burst, and tacky modes. mm, see, that's the thing is like, I like beta was okay, since it's the first one you pick up. It's really kind of interesting. Burst, I don't feel that the burst gauge would fill fast enough because it's all in perfect dodges building. Like beta, you build better with perfect defense, and I would love to see like more mixes where you didn't have to know if it was yellow or purple or orange or blue or red or what color the dude was popping up to know to be like, okay, I gotta, oh, he's yellow, okay, I'm gonna dodge, purple, back dodge, blue, forward dodge, or red, okay, I'm gonna, I can do dodge or I can do perfect block. It was really hard to know when to use each one to continually, remember how to use each one and how they were. I'd like to see that changed. It was kind of confusing with that stuff. Tacky mode I loved. I wish tacky mode worked a little differently. Um, like I said, I mean, you could exit out tacky mode, but that really wasn't something that they kind of explained to you too much on exiting tacky mode. If you hit, where the boss would hit a point where they weren't taking any more damage. And I didn't like that fact either, and I think I expressed it a lot in boss battles. I didn't like the fact that they would hit a certain point where they'd stop taking damage, and then they'd go into whatever they'd phase up, they'd reload their shield, and you go into a different phase of the boss battle. I think they should have continually taken damage, and then you could, so that if you were in tacky mode or if you were in a beta attack, because if you're beta attack, you were striking, but your beta was doing more damage than what was going to hit when you hit that specific point in the fight. So you're losing damage. I mean, you're losing so much DPS at that point that I think they could have done it differently. There were a lot of DPS losses until you had to realize that, oh wait, crap, you had to pay special attention to the boss bar while paying attention to what attacks they were loading at you, and so like those kind of things I think could definitely be cleaned up, and they definitely could have been fixed and stuff. But I think they paid they're like the cosmetics 50-50 on the nanosuit stuff. I did like the fact that you could change her appearance and the hairstyles and stuff like that. Most of the hairstyles didn't work with the ponytail, but the director of the game, I forget what his name was, has said that in the second one they're actually looking at a different setup for her weapon and stuff, so that the ponytail is an optional, it's not mandatory hair to the hairstyles, because I think it did break a lot of the hairstyle aesthetics. But I did like several of the facts that you could change the aesthetics and the way she looked, because you could kind of make her your own character. If you wanted, well, you had to get all 49 cans. If you wanted to run her around in lingerie, you could run her around in lingerie. If you want to run around in a swimsuit, you could run around in a swimsuit. You had the choice. Like, you really had the choice. Which suit do I unlock? Which one do I replace? Do I want to wear this one? Do I want to wear that one? Maybe this one works better in this situation. That works better in that situation. Because we did meme Adam. I did meme on Adam. And we went to deny him in the lingerie, which, it's kind of mean. But it was a good meme. But, I mean, and the game opened up those stuff. The open world aspect of the game, like, there wasn't a lot of open world because there's only the two, wasteland and the desert. So there wasn't like a large amount of open world aspects to work with, but there was a lot to do in the open world. So it didn't feel limited. Even though you had the two areas, it didn't feel like you were very limited as well. And in fact, missions took you back to like the other areas you'd gone to, the main story areas, so that you had to redo those story modes. Well, I don't know if you could say redo, but I mean, so that you could go back and revisit, um, or it's something that you're given that you're picking up later, something that you can have already. Like sometimes you could pick. I think you should have been able to pick certain things up, and be like, oh wait, I have that in my inventory. Oh, I have this. Is this what you're looking for? And the character be like, oh, thank you. And already having it, I kind of would have sped up some of those missions and the side content, but I did like it all. Overall, it was a really good game. I'd give it, out of 10, I'd give it an 8.5. Overall rating on the game. Like I said, I really enjoyed it, and thanks everyone for coming along and joining me in this, because and I'm gonna be watching for Stellar Blade 2. So, Solution 9, or not Solution 9, Shift Up. Is it Shift Up? Yeah, Shift Up. I'm expecting good things from you. I'm expecting great things. I'm expecting you to build on a great game into it and make a second one even better. So, thanks everyone for coming along. Don't forget to the YouTubes, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how I'm doing. If you want to see other videos, I've got a link to my playlist here in the video here. And thanks. And we'll see you next time.